Welcome back to the Three Sad Fans podcast. And finally, after 11 weeks, guys, it happened.
We did it!
We did it!
All won!
It happened. Shador Sanders played a football game. Let's
go!
Let's get off!
Go! My goat! In all seriousness, though, all three of our teams won this week, so we are
for the first time. Not counting buys. Buys are just like, hey, I didn't lose, I guess.
Yep.
Win either. So,
and I mean, listen, Noah's team right now at 5-5 technically isn't losing. None of our teams have a losing record.
I'm going again.
He's going. Now, I'm not going to say, we didn't predict it with our over-the-moon predictions, but, I'm pretty satisfied,
You know what this calls for?
What is it called? Yo!
Fireworks. Let's go!
Let's go!
I can't do that.
I can't do that either. I mean, I could actually light fireworks off in my bedroom if you want,
No.
I don't think that would go over very well.
Walls.
No. I can give you one golf clap.
Hey!
Golf clap. Let's go.
Wait, you know what I can do that I'm not going to abuse? I swear I'm not, but I have this one.
He's on my fantasy! Let's go!
I made that the other day.
That's so good.
So now whenever we're watching games and someone breaks off a big run, we can be like, he's on my fantasy!
Oh, that was incredible.
Oh,
anyway, what do we have for shout-outs today?
We have, quite a bit of shout-outs. I'm going to go through these as coherently in order as I can. First shout out I have is the insane luck of the Carolina Panthers, because it seems every single time they win the coin toss, they win the game. Every time they lose the coin toss, they lose the game. See, we thought that their magic was first tied to having home field advantage. They only win at home and they always lose on the road. But that got debunked.
They got blown up by the Bills.
True. Then we thought it was tied to the Meow Mix podcast, right? Like if they were doing podcasts, they lose. If they come back into a pod, or they left, they win.
They could stay gone.
But I mean, they still technically lost during that time, and so it wasn't tied to that.
But then they got blown up by the Bills.
Yep. This is irrefutable evidence. If they win the coin toss, they win the game. If they lose the coin toss, they lose.
I love how the whole game comes out to a 50-50 before the game even starts.
It's all about momentum, baby, and that is so true. Speaking of the Panthers, the other shout out I have is this wonderful graphic about how they are once again they have the same amount of losses as the Chiefs, but do my eyes deceive me? They have more wins?
What?
Huh?
How this to happen?
The 6-5 Panthers over the 5-5 Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, that is so crazy.
You know what's crazy too? The Ravens have the same record, but it's that meme where where the guys really sat on the one side of the bus and the guys who have the other side of the bus, the Chiefs. The Ravens are so happy we're 5-5, but the Chiefs are so depressed that they're 5-5. It's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
After how the Ravens started, you guys would be the happy bus guy.
That's so
true. Absolutely.
Oh, I love it. So we actually have another one of these. So even though the Panthers are staring down the Chiefs, moving onto their territory,
Daly,
this one really threw me for a loop, because I looked at it and I went, oh, wait, gosh, that is right. And it's the Chicago Bears looking back at the Buffalo Bills being like, 7-3, am I right? Am I right?
With the Bills at 6-4.
Are the Bills 6-4? I thought they were 7-3, right?
They are 7-3.
Okay, but it's weird that these two have the same record, right?
This
and then the Patriots are 9-2
weird.
at the top of their division, so that's a whole extra 2 wins ahead of the Bills. So
this league has been so odd, just because
I love that about the NFL. Though I do.
Didn't expect these teams to be so good, and we didn't expect the other teams that
I
were
don't know
good.
if I call the Chicago Bears good, okay? But we'll get to that, all right? We'll get to
that's
that.
a Packers bias for you, but regardless, it's like it's like we weren't expecting like some of these
We will
teams.
call them. We
teams
will
that
call them clutch. How about that?
clutch. Yes, they've been
won
clutch,
close
absolutely.
against bad teams.
Yep.
I mean, the Packers are. I hate to say the Packers are literally in the
Okay.
same boat. The Packers are a tie away from also just being 7-3 right now. So, like,
Okay, we'll give you this. The last 3 wins have all been come from behind fourth quarter wins against the Bengals, Giants, and now Vikings. So not the greatest of competition.
I mean, the Packers also beat 2 of those 3 teams and are playing the 3rd team this Sunday. So we'll see. You know.
And funny enough, the last team the Bears lost to was the Ravens.
The Tyler
Ravens.
Huntley Ravens, by the way.
Exactly, Tyler Huntley Ravens. That's
See,
the
Chicago
key
has this
distinguishment
inflated
there.
7-3. I know this sounds biased, but they have an inflated 7-3 because they front loaded all of their easier games, and their toughest games are down the stretch. But ironically, the same thing could be said about the Packers, where the Packers played one divisional game at the very beginning of the season, and then the last 5 are in the last 8 weeks of the season. It's kind of crazy.
The Bears remaining schedules: Steelers, Eagles, Packers, Browns, Packers again, Niners, and Lions.
They might win 2 of those.
Both the Packers games.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, but that's just my bias showing. Anyway, we've got more shout-outs, all right? Let's shout out my boy Matthew Stafford, who for the first time in his career has a winning record.
Let's
How many
go,
seasons
Matthew
has he played in the
Stafford.
NFL?
Ever since he played in the NFL, he is now 116, 115, and 1. Does anyone know who the tie was with?
Was it the Packers?
Honestly, I have
Probably
no idea.
division.
Somebody look this up. Hey,
Yeah,
Google,
I don't-
what was Matthew Stafford's only tie in the NFL?
Sorry, I didn't understand.
All right.
Thank you, Google.
Thank you, Google.
Useless.
All right, that's
You know,
your...
you know what they say about Matthew Stafford, though?
He's on my fantasy! That's true.
He is.
17 seasons, by the way. Matthew Stafford has played 17 seasons.
That is crazy.
That's crazy. Boy, a football
Yeah.
player.
I found it. Ironically enough, his one tie was with the Rams when he was on the
Ooh.
Lions.
Ooh.
And that ended up
That's-
being
I
the
love that.
team that he was traded to. That is
love
so
that.
ironic. The foreshadowing, right?
Yep.
Forgot to turn on my
Yep.
light. I'm in the dark
love
over
that.
here. So there's your fun fact for the day. All right, couple more shout outs. I would like to shout out Dan Campbell of the Lions. See how I got this all to string together? Dan Campbell, the Lions, who looks ironically like Leo. Is that his name? Leo? Theo. I've watched
Yeah.
Between the Lines when I was like 8. All right, that was just 50 years ago. But you know the resemblance
I
is
didn't know you were
uncanny.
58.
Listen, they're both lions. They both wear glasses. They both
Yep.
He only wears
Are
glasses
probably
now 'cause
great
he's
fathers.
offensive play calling, so
Yep.
he's got to be able to read the plays so he can call them
He's
out.
got to be able to read the Chili's menu. you
he's
know?
gonna be like,
he's gotta-
oh, the 3 for
you gotta,
me.
you
That's
gotta
the
cover your
one.
mouth so you don't give away your order, though. Come on.
Don't let anyone know I want the boneless wings. They'll make fun of me forever.
Honey,
Real men eat
barbecue
with the bone
boneless.
in. Side note, boneless wings are like the best, by the way. I'm throwing it out there.
Greater than bone in.
Greater
I don't
than
wanna
bone
bite
in.
into a
You
bone.
could be like, they're just chicken nuggets with sauce.
Correct.
Yeah, and they're delicious. What's your problem? I love saucy nuggets.
Correct.
It's the right opinion.
A bite into a chicken wing and break a tooth by accidentally hitting a bone? No thanks.
All right, 2 more shout-outs real quick, and we'll get into some games. I know there's been like 9 minutes of shout-outs, but I love these shout-outs. They're so
love
good. It's
shout-outs.
like it's what makes us unique, you know?
Yes.
I'd also like to shout out CeeDee Lamb, who spends $1.3 million on his body to play in the NFL every year. And
Maintenance.
that has resulted in after Sunday night, or was it? No, yeah, they played last night. After Monday night, is now resulted in 2 touchdowns on the season.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, $1.3 million, 2 touchdowns. Meanwhile, Davante Adams has a Taco Bell in his house, and he has 10 touchdowns this season. So this wasn't updated for the past week, so you have to add in the touchdown that they each got. So shout out Davante Adams, my GOAT. He's not even wide receiver 1 on his own team, and he has more touchdowns.
Davante Adams also hit 1,000 career catches.
Wow.
That's
a huge shout out. Hey. Yeah, that was an ugly game, by the way, but hey, I'm glad that Davante Adams gets his flowers. All right, one last shout out, one that I'm sure that we're all excited for. As it turns out, Justin Tucker's 10-game NFL suspension is now over, and he can be officially picked up by any team who needs a kicker not named the Green Bay Packers.
This was 2 weeks ago.
This was 2 weeks ago. But
no, I think we did talk about it. But again, Aaron, your kicker missed 2. The substitute teacher missed 2 kicks.
I wasn't even the one I was defending McManus, where I was all like, we don't need to get rid of McManus. We just got to make sure he's healthy. And if he's not healthy, I get it. But like, listen. It was windy. What? The past 3 games the Packers have played, it's been windy, okay? Younghoe Koo also missed an extra point. It was 48 yards out, but we don't talk about that.
Look, I'm just saying you have a kicker right now in McManus with his own troubled pass. What's signing another kicker with a troubled pass?
Because this troubled pass was more recent and people remember it. Anyway, where are the 4 possible landing spots for the all-pro kicker? What do we think, guys? Number 1, the Rams. Wow. Number 2, the Falcons. I mean, could they get any more controversial over there? Number 3, we're gonna skip.
No, I think 3 seems the right place.
Number 4, the Colts. That's crazy.
Nah. I don't know about the Colts. Nah, I think number 3 would be the best one for Justin Tucker.
Number 3, my lord.
Number 3, Gosh, I don't want Justin Tucker on our team. Get him out of here.
As long as he doesn't go to any massage parlors, I think he'll be fine.
You know, I don't think there are any massage parlors in Green Bay. There's plenty of bars, but there's no massage parlors. So
I feel like the bar's worse, but whatever.
Yeah, people get just as touchy-feely in bars. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, Anyways, shall we get into some games? Who was the first game? I think all 3 of our games. No. Noah's was last.
No, my game was last.
So between me and Tom, who wants to go first?
I'm a lot more happier. Let's start smaller on the happiness scale. I think we should go with you, Aaron.
All right, I'll go first. It only makes sense. All right, let's talk about this Packers victory. A victory nonetheless. I know for some reason every Packers fan up in arms being like, man, we didn't win 31-13. What's going on? I'll give you this much. So number 1, yes, our kicks were terrible. I get it. We're in a kicking struggle. We're not getting Justin Tucker. I would rather get the garbage picking, field goal kicking Philadelphia phenomenon from the Disney Channel before I pick up Justin Tucker. All right.
Okay.
But hey, 27-20. They got another 27 win. Put it on the books. This is their year. It's the year of 27. And I'll give it to Jameis Winston. He can sling the ball. Granted, 4 of them should have been picked off before one finally was.
That is Jameis Winston experience.
That really
Sometimes
is.
It's good passes. For every good pass he throws, maybe like 2 bad passes.
Yeah, true. Yep. But he was slinging it. And what it really was, if we're going to break this down, the Packers were missing many receivers, some of which during the game went out with injuries. And they're still without Tucker Kraft. It was. They brought Bull Melton back again to try to catch some balls, and they even had him do an end around because they're like, we can't even throw it because who are we throwing to, really? I want to hand it to Savion Williams for that excellent catch on 3rd and long. That was great. And then the beautiful, beautiful Christian Watson with 2 touchdowns, 2 of them. Let's check it out. 4 catches, 46 yards. Romeo Doubs dropped a few early on. You hate to see it, but he did end up with 4 receptions himself. It was really like the first half drops that just didn't really go the Packers' way, but they did end up, being able to start getting it together in the second half. And unfortunately, it is these like come behind victories where the Packers are down and early and have to fight their way back. It was tied going into halftime at 13, and then they pulled out a good victory. And so we take what we can get. Jordan Love, 13 for 24, isn't the most impressive stat line, but if you actually watch the game, what you see is the fact that, yeah, he goes out hurt. We didn't even know if he was going to come back, which is why Malik Willis had to come in, throw 2 for 2 for a touchdown, another dime to Christian Watson, by the way. This is your little fun fact. With that one drive, Malik Willis now has the current NFL 2025 season for highest passer rating. Remember, like, week 5 when I was doing the quiz and it turned out that, like, the highest passer rating at the time was Marcus Mariota? And so, like, it's shifted a lot since then. Right now, number 1 passer rating, Malik Willis.
I love that.
But yeah, Jordan Love.
Small sample size, high passer rating.
Exactly. 2 for 2, 6 yards, 1 touchdown. That's perfect, baby. But yeah, Jordan Love, he should have at least another 4 or 5 catches there just because they were dropped. They were very easy catches that were just easily dropped. So add another 30 to 50 yards, maybe even another touchdown. You never know. But I don't think the numbers do it justice. They put up a good fight against maybe not the toughest team, but a team that came out ready to play. Josh Jacobs, unfortunately, went out hurt, and he pulled out 40 yards before going out, but we just hope that Josh Jacobs is all right before coming back. Emmanuel Wilson did a great job stepping up, though, and what I'm really excited about with this upcoming week is that we're finally getting some guys back. Both Jaden Reed and I'm trying to remember the other guy. It's the running back that they've been high on all year. I can't even remember his name off the top of my head. Let me look this up while I rant a little bit more. But we're finally getting a couple of them back to practice. I don't know if they're going to be ready to go for the Vikings game, but maybe by the Lions game. It's not Chris. Who is it? It's the.
Not talking about Musgrave, are you?
No, Musgrave is a tight end.
Nate Hobbs
So,
or Lucas Van Ness.
Marshawn Lloyd. This guy this is somebody that they haven't even gotten to play yet because right out of the draft, I think they drafted him last year, he's been hurt. And so he's finally at a place where he can start practicing again. And he is supposed to be phenomenal. Like, it goes Josh Jacobs, number 1, because Josh Jacobs is an all-pro. But then Marshawn Lloyd would literally, like, leapfrog the other 2 and grab that second position because he's supposed to be that good. And when Josh Jacobs eventually kind of gets older and they have to let him go, as you know, when running backs start to reach that age, maybe Marshawn Lloyd takes over full-time. We'll see. But that's the idea, and it's just nice to have him back. But anyway, the one thing that the Packers really struggled with here was defense. If you look at it, total yards goes to the Giants, both in passing and rushing, yards per play. They didn't have better third down efficiency, but they had better fourth down efficiency. It
Giants
seemed like
ran 69 plays.
They did.
The Packers 51.
The Packers couldn't get them off the field. Anytime it came down to like 3rd and long, they'd give up a big 3rd and long. If it was 3rd and short, they would actually be able to stop that. But then on 4th and short, the Giants were playing really aggressively. They would go for it, and the Packers would give it up. And that just happened over and over and over again.
Giants
for 4.
game 336 versus the Packers 296. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And so it's like penalties weren't even a big issue. They were pretty even across the board, and 5 is about average for what you see from a team. So like that wasn't a big issue there. They weren't like in crucial moments either, so they did a great job cleaning those up. But the defense really needed to step up. Even Micah Parsons came in for an interview after the game, and he's like, we got to get them off the field. We got to produce turnovers. We got to catch those interceptions. We got to force more fumbles. We got to get those sacks. We got to do something because we can't just let them methodically move down the field and eat up a ton of time. Look at the time of possession. The Packers had the ball 24 minutes to 36 minutes. Yeah. The Giants clearly had the ball more, and the Packers only won because of the fact that they were able to make efficient use of their time. So they were 4 for 4 in the red zone, 4 touchdowns. That's where the 27 points came from, minus a couple up missed and a 2-point conversion. Once again, I believe that was Christian Watson. I love that guy to death, and if we get Jaden Reed back anytime soon, I think the Packers are going to be just fine. I'm not too worried about the Vikings, but you can't take anything for granted. Hopefully we're getting these guys back by Thanksgiving, and I'm hoping for a heck of a battle there. That one will be tough. But Am I satisfied with the Packers' performance? I'm going to say yes, because it is hard to win in the NFL, no matter who your opponent is. The Giants, they have 2 wins, but both of those wins are against winning football teams. The Giants have never truly been out of any game. Anybody can win any given Sunday. So we take the wins where we can, and we look forward to next week, always going 1-0.
Eat the W.
Eat the W. I love
Eat the
Jameis
W.
Winston. Jameis Winston is so funny.
He may not be the greatest football player, but he's one of the most entertaining. That's for sure.
Dear Jesus, deliver me from pick sixes. Amen.
That was the best soundbite from last year.
Mm-hmm. All right, but that's all I got to say about the Packers. I don't think there's anything I missed, right? Shout out Micah Parsons with the strip sack on the final play of the game. Always love to see him get his sacks. I think he got 2.
Got a sack and a half.
Sack and a half.
Credit with a sack and a half.
All right, so he got half a sack early because he had him by the leg, and then 3 other guys tackled him, and then he got that full sack on that strip sack. That counts as a sack. It
Sure
does. Mm-hmm.
Sure it does.
All right, but yeah, no, let's go Pack, go. That's a winning game, winning season, 6-3, and 1.
Don't forget the tie.
Don't forget the tie.
I'll never forget about the tie. The 40-point tie.
But I mean, as cool and as sort of exciting that game was, even though it started off a little slow, you know what was a truly exciting game that I'm sure Tom has a lot to say about? This might have been actually my game of the week. Like, there were some great games.
Really?
People were really high about the Bills and the Bucks, and that was entertaining.
That was just back and forth.
That was back
The
and
whole
forth
game.
on a lot of scores, but the Bills still won by 2 scores. This went to overtime, and
it did.
I'm like, oh my goodness, Tom, take it away.
Oh boy. What do I start? Bryce Young, 31 for 45, 448 passing yards.
That is an insane
crazy.
number. Franchise record.
3 touchdowns, no interceptions, and this was against, going into the game, the NFL's #1 passing defense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Who had Bryce Young on fantasy?
No one.
Exactly.
No one.
How many points
And
he
if they
put up?
did, they dropped him after the last 2 weeks. That's for
I
certain.
know. I'm gonna look this up. You continue, and I'm gonna let you know how many fantasy points he had.
Just like Aaron said, new franchise record for the Panthers. That beats Cam Newton's 432 yards against the Green Bay Packers in 2011.
The Packers have had a notoriously bad defense until recently, okay?
He actually did lead the game too. During the second quarter, it looked like he re-aggravated his ankle from his ankle sprain a couple weeks ago, and so he left the game. He didn't miss a play because the Falcons had a long offensive drive that allowed him to come back in, and so the broadcast was hyping up. Oh, here comes Andy Dalton! Here it comes! Like, oh wait, nope. Oh, nope, he's putting his helmet back down. Oh, he's going to the bench. Oh, there's Bryce Young! Yay!
It was weird because when he went down, it looked like he was like doing stuff with his collarbone.
You guys thought it was a collarbone, yeah.
Yeah, it was just weird,
was so
at least it
weird
wasn't a
because-
bad injury.
It was so weird because on the play he got sacked, but it was a clean sack, right? And so you couldn't tell anything was anything that seemed injured or broken or anything right away. So I was sitting there like, what happened? I can't tell. And I was like, so I didn't know until they finally came out about ankle. Let's see. Receiving yards, top 2 receivers. Trevor McMillan, 8 receptions, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's pretty good.
I know. McMillan popped off.
Yeah,
And then
it was crazy.
Leggett had 4 receptions for 83 yards and a touchdown. Those are our last 2 first-round draft picks.
I found how many points he had. All right, so just to put in perspective, last week at New Orleans, he had 1.56 fantasy points.
Makes sense. Yeah,
on
makes
Sunday,
sense.
he put up 31.82, which is, I think, top 3 in the league that last week. Lamar Jackson had less than 10. Matthew Stafford had 12.
What the hell?
Patrick Mahomes had
Young,
13. Bryce Young had 30.
Should have picked up Bryce Young, Noah.
Yeah, it would have been crazy if I had done that because it would have been the week like I picked up Joe Flacco for the 1 week and he was like throwing bangers. Like Jesus Christ. Anyway, continue. Panthers game was pretty entertaining to watch. I thought
It was. I will say. The Panthers sacrificed the run game for Bryce Young to actually throw.
And Chuba Hubbard actually still got his yards. He was 45 rushing, 21 receiving. So it's like
that's Dowdle.
Dowdle.
Like
that's what I meant. Did I say Hubbard?
Dowdle had you said Hubbard.
Yeah,
Dowdle had
Hubbard.
like 45 rushing and like 50 receiving. So he had like 100 total scrimmage yards. I mean, Chuba didn't do too bad. He had 4 carries for 21 yards, so that's 5 yards a carry.
Yep. Suddenly the script is flipping.
Script is flipping.
Yeah. You got Chuba Hubbard at 5 an average, and Rico Dowdle's only 2.4. What's going on?
Who knows?
Honestly, the story here is let Bryce sling it more.
Yes. I mean, that was the thing. That was the thing about last week. That was the big question. Can Bryce Young throw the ball? Because he clearly could not versus the Saints. And so everyone was asking, again, is Bryce Young the guy? That's not something you should say about your third-year quarterback.
Do you have that one graph where it's all like, Bryce Young sucks, Bryce Young's the guy, Bryce Young sucks,
oh, yeah,
Bryce Young's the guy.
Let me get it.
We're so back.
Yeah,
we're so back, it's so over. We're so back, it's so over.
Yeah, that's such a good graph. Hold on, I've got it saved here somewhere. Oh, there it is. I found it. Here we go. And into the chat it goes. There you go. Yeah, this is how we're feeling about Bryce Young
this
right
is
now.
It. It's so accurate.
This is how we're feeling.
Bryce is that guy. Let's go.
About the last time it was on the other side, Bryce is that guy, was probably the last Falcons game.
Yeah, right?
The 30-0 win. And then it kind of fell off. It fell off. And then, somewhere between Packers and Saints, it's like, oh, this dude is ass, right?
Yep.
He goes to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and just, I don't know. There's something about Mercedes-Benz Stadium that he just loves.
Maybe it's just playing in like a stadium, like in an arena with a roof.
He drives Mercedes-Benz.
No wind,
sure.
no cold.
I mean, the last time he was there in January of last season, in the last game of the season, he won and had a great game in a game 44-38 that also ended in overtime.
Wow.
Speaking of this calendar year, the Panthers are 3-0 against the Falcons.
Let's go, clean sweep.
And this is a picture that I just posted on a group chat that the Panthers social media team uploaded after the win. What a chance of I-85. I-85 is a major highway that connects Charlotte and Atlanta.
Between the two, yeah.
Yeah, and so
that's crazy.
I love that.
And the caption they said was, "Move, birds, get out the way." Because it's a Ludacris lyric, and Ludacris is from Atlanta, so.
Yep. All right, but here's the question: is it possible that somehow both the Falcons and the Panthers make the playoffs, play again in January, and we start the cycle again?
No, I think much as I mean that the Panthers probably aren't going to make the playoffs, the Falcons are not going to make the playoffs.
The Falcons are definitely not. Not at 3-7. They're not.
Not at 3-7. Michael Penix is now out for the year. It came out that he partially tore his ACL. So I mean, there's like a small chance that he can come back like at week 18.
But at that point, why would you?
They're not going to put him in. So he got knocked out in the third quarter. And Kirk Cousins had to come into the game. The $180 million backup. Yeah, the $180 million backup.
And what was his stat line?
6 for 14 and 28 yards.
Says 48 yards on my end, but that's still not great. That's
he
sure is really good at the hand it off to Bijan Robinson play,
he had one good drive. That was after the Panthers took the lead with about a minute left in the game, and then they got a 2-point conversion to go up by 3. He had a good kickoff return, and Cousins was able to navigate the Falcons' offense into a game-tying field goal. Bijan Robinson had a good first half. I will say he had a good first half. He had, I think, 80, 90 something yards in the first half.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah. And the Falcons at one point were up 21-7 in the second quarter. And then after halftime, the Falcons only scored 6 points after halftime.
And 2 field goals.
Two field goals. That was in the second half and overtime. The Panthers made those adjustments at halftime, and it really showed. And as they clawed their way back in, I will say one thing about overtime. The Panthers did win the overtime coin toss, and they chose to kick it, which is very weird because it's a new new overtime rules this year that both teams get a chance to possess the ball unless it's like a safety or a defensive touchdown and whatever.
Well, if you get to both do it, then I think it's actually beneficial to have the ball second.
Yeah, it's like in college where both teams get to possess the ball. Is that okay?
It's like knowing what you need to do to match is better because then you know if you need to go for it on 4th down or if you can settle for a field goal or whatever happens to be.
Or if you do match the touchdown, you'd be like, oh, we're gonna go for game and go for 2, right?
Yeah.
And it worked out because the Falcons on the drive in overtime went 3 and out. I'm like, okay, that's great, good job, Panthers. And then on the second play of the Panthers drive in overtime, Bryce Young finds Tommy Tremble for 5 yards down the field, and he turns a 5-yard reception to a 54-yard catch and run. Let's go! His only catch of the game, and he goes bumbling, stumbling, stiff-arming down the sideline. And I'll
tell you what, though, it makes his average look really good. 1 for 54.
Yeah.
What an average. That's you never give him the ball again, you let him go into the record books.
Yep. Here's your paycheck.
Hall of Fame, highest average receiving yards from a tight end.
Yeah. And he got us down in there and 3 possession runs later, and the Panthers kick a game-winning field goal. Which, side note, I didn't know what happened after the field goal because the 2
they didn't
referees
do,
that stood
they didn't
they
make
didn't signal anything. They just like, okay, yeah. What do you think? Oh no, Paul, what do you think? And they just stood there. And I'm sitting there as my buddy Michael, who I watched the game with. He's going crazy. He's like, oh, we just won the game. He's like, hold on, they're not doing anything.
Wait, did we?
It's like, did we win?
Yeah, I think we were watching.
Everyone's celebrating. Everyone's walking onto the field. What's?
Yeah,
they just weren't looking.
Yeah. We were watching it, and they just for some reason they didn't signal this, and I'm like, can I switch it to the Ravens game? Like, can I watch my team? Like, it was weird.
Like, kind of weird. Similarly on topic, but also off topic. Did you see how the end of the Vikings-Bears game ended?
It was also a game-winning field goal by the
It was a game-winning field goal, but what happened is that after the final field goal, right? The even though the actual referee signaled it was good, the mascot was going like this right underneath the goalpost. So because the mascot was doing this, they started doing the skull thing on like the speakers and started blowing the horn. I know, like as if they actually won.
No. They saw the mascot and not
they saw the mascot.
that's a kick.
And then he's right here and he's going no good. And you see, like, you hear the skull. It's so funny.
That's a kick in the shin to all the fans who actually know what was going on. That's so. Final notes on the Panthers. Good gritty comeback win. Bryce Young now has 10 game-winning drives since he came into the league, which is the most in the NFL
since 2023. He has 10 over everybody else, more than Patrick Mahomes, more than Josh Allen, more than Aaron Rodgers, more than any of them.
I mean,
That's
he
incredible.
he has 10 career wins, and also like comeback wins, but in like 12 career wins. So he's like 10 for
That's
12. He's
so
got to come
funny.
back. So it's if we got to win, we can't win easy apparently.
It is so
Yep.
ironic how many like good stats and records that Bryce Young is getting for being what a lot of people consider a mediocre quarterback on a bad team. Setting franchise records, like
Hey, a W's a W, and we eat the W. Ow.
There you go.
All right. And speaking of eating one more W,
Yay.
Noah, talk about the Ravens while I get a drink.
I know another
Okay,
7-point win here.
Yeah, it was a 7-point win.
It was also another come from behind. Like they were down 16-10 coming out of halftime.
There's just one image that basically sums up the entirety of how I felt during the Ravens game. It was just you know,
Boy,
like
I'm excited to watch my favorite team. I am going to kill myself. Nice, we won.
Nice, we won. Yeah. So let me just shout out one thing. Mark Andrews becoming the Ravens' all-time receiving record holder. Yay! He crossed that during this game, so that's great. So that's good. Going into their stats, Lamar Jackson was 14 to 25, 193 yards, 2 interceptions, no touchdowns.
I know he didn't
Like,
look. It's not like he looked bad, but he did look pretty bad.
He did not play super well this past week, and I don't know what was causing that. If it was bad play calling, if it's just him. The Browns' defense was just being
The Browns have a good defense, and divisional games are always tough. It doesn't matter what division you're in. Divisional games are always tough. I mean, the Texans and the Titans were down to the wire. That was a game-winning field goal.
The Panthers lost to the Saints last week. No,
exactly. You can't discount any divisional game.
Yeah, it's just. That was the main thing.
Also,
was that
Myles
Lamar
Garrett
Jackson
had 4 sacks.
Myles Garrett's a machine.
Was living in your backfield.
I love Micah Parsons, but Myles Garrett is in a completely different time zone than everybody else.
It's like that. It's like that JSN graphic we showed the otlike week. You know, it's like here's here's Puka Nacua,
Here's the good ones. Here's the great ones.
And then there's
JSN.
There's Myles Garrett. Yeah.
It's like everyone's like right here, and then he's way up here.
Everyone's here. Micah Parsons is here.
Yeah, no, it's literally everybody. Micah Parsons, Myles Garrett, right? Like every time.
Yeah. But yeah, the only reason the Ravens were able to turn this game around was because Mark Andrews took it on a snap, and they did a fake tush push.
35 yards.
It was a really funny fake tush push that Mark Andrews just got the ball. He just ran and snuck it over for a touchdown. That was the momentum the Ravens needed. Let's see. Looking at the other stats here, Mark Andrews was 1 carry for 35 yards. Receiving, Mark Andrews was 3 for 32. Zay Flowers was 3 for 78 yards. Receiving, Derrick Henry was 18 for 103 rushing, and then 2 for 19 receiving.
Yeah, Derrick Henry looking back to form, right? Like that's what you expect. From him.
He looked really good. Derrick Henry looked awesome. They did put Dylan Gabriel in at first, but then I think he had a head injury or got put in concussion protocol.
He got a headache.
Concussion. He's got a concussion. He's in protocol right now.
Yeah, so
and that means who came onto the field, Noah?
Shedeur Sanders.
It's our boy Shedeur Sanders.
And how good did he do?
Read that stat line.
4 and 16 for 47 yards and 1 interception.
I mean, it's not like Dylan Gabriel did all that much better, but like that's not a great stat line. Against
Dylan Gabriel didn't have an
interception.
I've also got written down that Sanders also took 2 sacks. He had an intentional grounding. He had a 13.5 passer rating. And side note, his house got broken into while he was at the game.
And it's like we don't condone that. Like
we don't.
We only want to criticize people on the field. Nobody deserves to have their house broken into. I don't care how good, bad, overhyped, underhyped of a football player you are. That ain't right, guys. That ain't right.
Yeah, it's not right. No,
Because
not at all.
there was the headline says $200,000 worth of stuff was stolen, but that's just stuff, right? The thing that's more lost in that moment is your sense of privacy, your sense of security. That's where your family is. Your safe place, but that gets violated when people just can just enter at will, right? So I feel for him for that, right?
Absolutely, 100%.
I hope that either he moves to a better place where he's more secure, or he gets more security or whatnot. But that just sucks. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's awful.
But on the field, it was funny when he got sacked, and then the two Ravens guys did like the pose, like that was pretty funny.
Yeah. So overall, though, just looking at the team stats, the Ravens had more yardage, had more total yards, more passing, more rushing, more yards per play.
I mean,
the Ravens
I think everything
had the ball,
except for sacks allowed. They did get sacked more, but like other than that, everything else was better.
Miles Garrett had 4.
Yeah, Miles Garrett had 4 sacks. Yeah, absolutely. The Ravens had the ball for a lot more time. Their efficiencies were slightly better, I think, than the Browns were.
Weirdly enough, they lost the turnover battle, but still won the game. They had a fumble lost and threw 2 interceptions to just the 1 interception from Shadur at the end of the game.
Right.
But
when
you
the
have a power
Ravens
offense, that's all you need.
Yeah, exactly. The Ravens didn't look the greatest. It was definitely an uglier performance by the Ravens overall. Definitely the fact that they were playing. This is the second time they played the Browns, so we're done with the Browns unless if something happens. But I doubt.
Oh no, you're done with the Browns.
Yeah. We are done with the Browns. We don't have to worry about playing the Browns anymore. You
still got to play Joe Flacco and the Bengals, though, right?
Yeah, we still have to play Joe Flacco and the Bengals twice.
Not.
We still have to play.
That is Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Joe Burrow could be back.
Oh, you're right. Ooh.
He could be back. Yes. So it could, unless Joe Burrow gets toe turf again, then Joe Flacco will be back as the backup.
Oh, don't get that on Joe Burrow.
I'm just saying.
You're playing a Joe on Thanksgiving. That's all that matters.
Regardless, yes. So anyway, this was definitely an ugly performance by the Ravens. Obviously, it being a divisional game has its effect. They play at home next week against the Jets. If we lose that game, I'm becoming a Browns fan. I have a Myles Garrett jersey on the way. So
if the Browns win any other point throughout the rest of the season, doesn't even matter if the Ravens win or not. If the Browns win 1 week, you got to wear the jersey.
I don't even have the jersey yet. I'm not getting it till Christmas.
Hey, it's okay.
Well, if they win after Christmas, wear the jersey.
All right, you got it.
I got the hat. You can wear a jersey.
Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, the Ravens play against the Jets next week. That's at home, so they have a very obvious,
good advantage. They're one of the most
being at M&T
favored
Bank
next
Stadium
week.
in Baltimore. Yeah, they're extremely favored. We will get to that later.
The next 3 games are at home, so.
It seems like they're always playing at home. What's up with that?
The last 3 games are on the road. Vikings, Dolphins, Vikings, Browns. The next 3 games are at home, and then the final 3 of the final 4 games are on the road.
One of them at Lambeau Field.
Let's go. But yeah, the Ravens again didn't look that great, but honestly, they still won. It was an ugly win. We take the wins. I can't cross my fingers.
Streak.
We're on a 4-game win streak. Again, our 5-5 looks better than the Chiefs' 5-5 right now.
We actually thought that they'd potentially be 4-6 right now, but then being 5-5 is even better.
Yeah, for the Ravens, they are. The Ravens being 5-5, they're 4 wins in a row since coming off from the bye. They're still on this, as I keep saying, this upward trajectory of potentially being in playoff contention. They are still in the hunt because there are other teams in the AFC that are in the wild card spot.
It seems like both the AFC and the NFC are stacked this year. It just feels like
that.
The good teams are great.
Yeah, it's that. I guarantee when we get much later in the season, just not even thinking about the Ravens right now, just like in general, we're probably not going to know too much about playoff contention until like week 16, week
Yeah,
17,
we
like
might not know where
officially.
it's going to be
Yeah,
shuffling until then, right? Like
yeah,
to
it's
put it
going to
in
be shuffling until
perspective,
then.
as of right now, the Lions aren't even
They're
in
not
the
in the
playoffs. If we
both
were to
No.
end
both
right
one
now,
seeds.
the
Both
Lions are
Super Bowl
not.
teams, both Super Bowl teams from last season are not in the playoffs right now.
Well, I mean the
The
Eagles
Chiefs
are,
aren't.
but like the Chiefs aren't. The
Oh,
Chiefs,
excuse me, one seeds, one
yeah, the
seeds,
one
Yeah.
seeds from last
one
year are
seeds.
not this
Forgot.
year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep. Yep.
Eagles. I forget.
I hate that the Eagles are probably going to end up as the one seed. I hope it's the Rams. Honestly, I hope that the Rams continue winning and the Eagles end up losing. I would love the Rams to be the one seed. I'd give it to
Yeah.
them for sure. Give Matthew Stafford one more before he goes, and then he can retire.
There you go. There you
I
go.
mean,
But
I
yeah.
mean, the Eagles did beat the Rams earlier this season, so they own the tiebreaker.
They do. That's why the Rams need to keep winning and the Eagles need to keep losing.
Mhm. But yeah, Ravens are on the up and up. We'll see how they play
On the
next
up
week
and
against
up.
the Jets. I'm hoping that game will be pretty simple, but I'm pretty sure the rest of their schedule tough because they still have to face the Steelers. They haven't faced the Steelers yet. I think they haven't faced the Bengals yet, and we first do that on Thanksgiving evening. So we will see how that goes out. But yeah, they're doing good. They're doing really good.
Yep. I'm just going to shout out a couple other notable games before we get into our power ranking. So I want to shout out the Jaguars for putting a whomping on the Chargers. I don't know what happened to the Chargers.
Are these just two teams you can't trust week to week about what they're going to do?
Literally both of them, because it's like you think Jacksonville's going to be bad and you think the Chargers are going to be good, and it goes the exact opposite way. I mean, it's not like the stats even looked all that good. It's like Trevor Lawrence had 1 touchdown and 1 interception, but Justin Herbert 10 for 18 for 81 yards and an interception is just gross. Like what's going on there?
He was eventually pulled from the game too. Maybe it was just too late and they realized it was too bad because Trey Lance came in.
4 of the Jaguars touchdowns were rushing touchdowns. Like that's where all that came
that's
from.
crazy.
So
by
I don't even know how to
2 by
feel about the
ETN.
Chargers. I think they're going into their bye week this week, right? So like we don't have.
Yes, they are.
So they
Yes,
have a
they
week
are.
to figure it out.
Yep.
I mean, and they I guess they get a get right game after the bye week in the Raiders, but you don't know. I
You
mean,
don't
this
know.
is the same team. I mean, this is a team that won 37-10 against the Vikings, and then only won by 7 against the Titans, and now got walloped by the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what. I mean, I get the offensive line is injured the heckin' back. Like last week Sunday Night Football against the Steelers when they do the player intros. They go one by one, and then they show the positional ranking compared to everyone else in that position.
All the PFFs are like 30.
Yeah, all the offensive line was in the 30s.
That's crazy.
Out of like 35, 36,
38,
37
I think it's
of
about
the
38, yeah.
Yeah. Like
It's crazy.
Which just really shows you, oh, good, maybe it's not that good.
The only other team that has an offensive line that looks like that is the Raiders.
Yeah. That's tough.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Oh, side note. I saw this interesting tidbit about. Hold on, let me see if I can't find it again. Yeah,
All right.
keep talking. I'll
All
find
right,
it
so
here in a second.
my other notable games, Rams Seahawks. It was a very ugly game, very defensive. Rams come out 21 to Seahawks 19. Real difference of that game is that although Matthew Stafford played poor, Sam Darnold played poorer with 4 interceptions. So that one was just an ugly win, but you got to get the ugly wins to. It's like nobody looks dominant week to week, so it's really tough to really say who's like the good teams here. But the Rams won the NFC West so far, so they just got to hold on to that. Broncos Chiefs, I think, is another notable one. Broncos squeak out a win over the Chiefs. We're all very happy about that. Let's go.
Yeah.
And then
I love that.
Other notable victory, Bears over Vikings. We barely touched upon it, but that puts the Bears #1 in the NFC North right now. And it's like, you got to hand it to them. It was, once again, the trajectory that sent them off was whether or not they lost to the Commanders. Last year, they lose to the Commanders, they go on a losing streak. This year, they beat the Commanders, they go on a winning streak. It's literally it's the Commanders. That's their trajectory.
Yep.
This is an interesting stat. Ben Johnson in 11 games has now more road wins than Matt Eberflus had in his 2.5-year tenure. 4 wins for Johnson on the road versus 3 for Eberflus.
And Eberflus being the head coach. That's crazy. So, yeah, I mean, I'm not going to say that the Bears suck, but I mean, like, listen, as a Packers fan, I feel obligated to play the song, you know?
The Bears still suck.
Right? But still, like, they're 7-3, you got to hand them the 7-3. Will they keep it up? I don't think so, but they are in a winning position, and all they need to do is keep it up, as opposed to trying to claw back from an already behind spot. This is the best the Bears have looked in a long time. Caleb Williams, I've said it a lot, has a very high ceiling and a very low floor. He looks amazing, and then he looks terrible, practically in the same game most of the time. And little by little, that floor has been moved up, and he's just been playing amazing to mediocre, which has been just enough for the Bears to get by. Other notable games, Bills-Bucks was entertaining as heck. Josh Allen, now the only quarterback to have 3 touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns and 3 passing touchdowns in multiple games. There's one other quarterback that's done it 1 time. He's now done it twice. So shout out him. Congratulations. He was on my fantasy.
I found my
points.
stat, by the way.
Yeah?
I found my stat regarding the Jaguars. So the Jaguars won by 29 points. Mm-hmm. That 29-point loss was Jim Harbaugh's largest margin of defeat in his career.
Including college.
I think this stat's just professional. Mm-hmm. The Jaguars also gave John Harbaugh his largest margin of defeat.
Wait, really?
That's crazy.
Yeah, the Jaguars gave both the Harbaugh brothers
both Harbaughs. That's
crazy. Maybe the Jaguars just have the secret sauce against the Harbaughs.
In 2017, the Jaguars defeated John Harbaugh's Ravens 44-7.
Jeez.
Oh no, that's when I stopped watching.
Just shows it could be worse, you know.
Bad, yeah.
That's 37 points. That's wild.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a crazy thing, you know. I do want to talk about one thing that happened in the Steelers-Bengals game.
Yeah.
You know, about the only thing that's worth talking about, because Jalen Ramsey got ejected for the game for punching Jamar Chase. Mm-hmm. We've got another Spitgate on our hands.
He swears he didn't do it. They interviewed him afterwards, being like, "Did you spit on him?" He's like, "I swear I didn't spit on him."
Yeah, but
video evidence said otherwise.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find the video evidence. Oh, I found it. That took me. Oh, page not found. What do you mean, page not found?
404 error.
It's a conspiracy.
It's a conspiracy. Where's my video? I clicked on it.
The NFL is hiding this.
They're trying to. I don't know. I'm going to Twitter. Twitter always has the videos. Jamar Chase spit. Here we go.
What if they type in a Twitter?
I found it. All right, here we go. Let's see it. They got him in 4K. Oh, I saw it. Oh,
there it is.
The spit is real. They got him in like 8K. Oh,
yeah.
That is some 8K footage, man.
I guess the
8K footage.
The NFL has to be consistent with the punishment, so Jamar Chase has been suspended for 1 game.
He sure has. Again, who are they playing?
Jalen Carter didn't get a suspension, but considering he was ejected
at the very beginning of the game,
an offensive play was even ran and missed the entire game, that
counted, which is fair. I'll give him that. That is fair.
No, it's just crazy that happened week 1, and we were all like, "Football's so back, baby!" And we just look
We
at
couldn't
it right
believe
now.
what happened on the opening kickoff. That's
Yeah,
what
no, it
happened.
was insane. Insane.
The only other
I
crazy thing that happened on an opening kickoff this year was the Dolphins using a timeout with 15 minutes left on the clock in the first quarter.
I'm gonna link a Blue Sky tweet here. Jamar Chase said after that if he had actually spit on Jalen Ramsey, he would have spit in his face instead of on the ground with Jesse. Yeah, that's his defense. It's like,
if I had done it, you would
actually
have
spit
known.
on him.
Man.
So, really funny. So if this, and also let's just get into the money aspect of this. If this 1 game suspension holds up, he forfeits his weekly paycheck of $450,000 and a $58,000 per game active bonus. That's a $500,000 suspension.
I'll take it.
Yep.
I'll take it. I will take a tenth of it. Honestly.
Let's just split it even 3 ways. How about that?
We will take a tenth of it and then split it 3 ways, and it would still be more than I could even know what to do with.
Yeah, that is totally fair.
I wouldn't know what to do with $17,000-$18,000, man. Crazy.
I mean, who says no?
I wouldn't say no.
Yeah, exactly. Who says no to that?
I don't see anyone here that would say no. So, lesson of the story: don't spend on people unless you want to lose $500,000.
Jeez. All right, last notable game, and then we'll get into power rankings and picks. All right, last notable game: Eagles destroy the Lions. I wouldn't even say destroy. They win against the Lions at home, 16-9. Snooze fest, terrible game. Don't know what's going on with the Eagles. I mean, their defense has been good. They held the Lions to 9 and the Packers to 7. But on offense, they've only scored 26 points over the past 2 weeks. And if it's any consolation, there is, well, how many is this? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 teams that outscored them this week than the past 2 weeks that they had combined. So 9 teams scored more than 27 points this week. Eagles have scored 26 in the past 2 weeks. Something's going on there. Their clock is ticking. Their defense can only hold up for so long.
I mean, what the phrase is: defense wins championships, but offense wins points.
Offense wins games. Yep.
Yeah.
And I don't know how the Eagles' schedule is looking up. We will take it week by week.
Easy.
It is pretty easy. At least for the foreseeable future, the Cowboys, they do play the Cowboys at home, the Cowboys in Dallas, so that one should be easy for them. And then the Bears in Philadelphia on Black Friday, so you think they would win those. The Chargers, you never know, could go either way. They do take on the Raiders. You think that would be a win. But then they got the Commanders twice and the Bills. And so it's like, yeah, you think they should be wrapping up that number 1 spot. But
what a wild...
the fact of the matter is,
the 5th AFC game.
I hate to say it, if their offense doesn't start picking it up, all of these are losable. All of them.
Besides the Commanders. And the Raiders.
You'd be surprised any given week.
Not the Raiders.
Not the Raiders? All right. Hey, you
Raiders.
never know.
Probably not the Raiders, yeah.
I will say there was a little bit of drama going for the Eagles coming into this. Did you hear what AJ Brown said when he was on someone's stream?
He was playing Madden with them.
Yeah, and he was talking about, his offensive production and whatnot, and he says, hey, to anyone who's got me in fantasy, drop me.
He knows he's not getting the ball a lot. He knows that they're a run-first team. So even though he had some absolutely insane years with multiple catches and touchdowns, it just hasn't been the same the past couple of years because they really haven't been throwing the ball.
Yeah.
With that being said, though, shall we get into some power rankings where we give our top 5 teams and then our bonus 6th for the up and coming? All right, I have
nothing.
I have a pretty clear number 1 in my head, but maybe that's just me.
The New England Patriots.
Maybe it is the New England Patriots. They are still winning. It's actually pretty tough.
Yep.
So for me, it was between the New England Patriots and the LA Rams.
Ooh.
I mean, that's fair. I do have the Rams as a top 3 team on my list.
Should do we go Patriots at 1, Rams at 2? Is that fair to say?
You're forgetting someone, Aaron. Even because they were on a bye week.
I know they were on a bye week, but other teams have been gaining ground while they've been resting, and I know they really do have more to prove in these upcoming weeks. You put the Rams 1. Okay, so
let's be quirky.
So this is how my list went, right? I had Rams, Patriots, Colts. That's how I had it. It sounds like Tom has
Pats, Colts, Rams.
Pats, Colts, Rams. Noah, did you have anything in particular, and we can try to even this out?
Nah, I don't usually make these lists because any given Sunday. So, what did the NFL say? Let me look up the NFL's.
Okay? Yeah, actually, that's a really good. Here, I didn't even look at that.
Yeah. Let me
copy the NFL's homework.
Yeah.
Because you know that they're going to be all over the place.
They have the Rams.
Do you want to hear the top 5 of the NFL?
Yeah, let's see.
The top 5 of the NFL is in order: Seahawks, Rams.
You gotta look. You're looking at.
You're looking at
an
old
old way they
week.
have the Seahawks.
No.
Am I looking at an old one?
You are
looking
at
an
old one.
Seahawks.
All right.
Right now they have
1.
Rams
at 1, Colts are 2, Philadelphia Eagles are 3.
I disagree with Philly at 3.
4.
The Patriots disrespect is wild here.
Yeah,
the Broncos
literally.
Up above the Patriots. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's insane. I think the Broncos should be 4. That's just my thought because they were able to beat the Chiefs.
Broncos.
There's no way Chiefs are still top 10, right? Okay, thank God the Chiefs. No, the Chiefs dropped the Chiefs down to 15. Let's go! Oh, thank goodness. Otherwise, actually, it's a fair list, minus the disrespect that the Eagles are too high.
For our list, I think you could put Pats, Colts, or Rams at in any of those top 3 positions.
You really could. Yeah. So here, I'll compromise. We'll keep the Patriots at 1, and then we'll put the Rams and the Colts tied at 2. Fair?
Sure.
I like that idea.
Sure.
And then we can put the Broncos at 3. Are we confident on that?
Yeah, I've got the Broncos next on my list.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then this is where it gets a little tricky. I mean, the Seahawks. The Seahawks should be up there. I'm just not sold on the Eagles right now. They're winning, but they're winning ugly. You know?
Yeah, 4-game win streak though. Same as the Ravens.
Yeah,
they're coming into it. I mean, they've got an easier schedule too. They're the number 1 seed in the NFC right now.
Yeah, you do have a point. I will put the Eagles at 4, but I'm not happy about it.
No,
even though it's probably correct.
I get it. I get it. I wasn't happy with that decision either, but here we are.
Yep.
And then who does that put at number 5? Because that makes it really tough now here. I feel like
I have a awesome pick for this.
Who's your pick for number 5? Do not say the Bears.
The Dayton Triangles.
Let's go, Dayton Triangles!
Dayton Triangles! No, I don't have a pick.
I was thinking of putting Bills at 5, personally.
Yeah.
Bills got to bounce back. They got to win.
Mm-hmm.
Nice win.
Yep, and it was a good win against a good team.
And then against the Bucks, yeah, you can put Bills up there at 5.
Yep. And then our bonus number 6, we have some up and comers. I'll hate to say because you said it last week. Put the Bears.
The Bears and the Ravens on my 6.
I was gonna say Ravens as well because they're up and coming. They're 5-5, but they're on a 4-win streak. They're winning games. Lamar's back, so their record doesn't reflect how good they actually are. And then it's weird to not have the Seahawks up there, so they're going to be a bonus number 6 as well because they are playing phenomenally.
Even though Sam Darnold threw 4 interceptions in the last game, they only lost by 2 points. You know,
true.
So they was still in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I still think they can be a dangerous team this year. You know,
like they are right on the cusp of they're right on the cusp of actually being in the top 5. Yeah. And it's just because they lost to the Rams. If they win over the Rams, they're up at 2, and the Rams are in the honorable mention.
Oh, yeah. I mean, for the last several weeks, I had the Rams and Seahawks tied, and the only reason why they're not this week is because they played each other. And it was in L.A., which, I mean, you know, the fact of the matter is that even in L.A., it's more like Seahawks territory. But like it's a anyone but Rams territory.
But the fact of the matter is they do play once more in Seattle, and that is going to probably go Seattle's way.
Yep.
I thought they already. Oh yeah, they do. They play in week 16.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday 12-18. That's Thursday night. That's a Thursday night game.
That'll be a good one. So, yep, there are our power rankings. I think that the top at least 4 here, I think, is undisputed. These are the best teams, bar
Absolutely.
none, for sure. So, if you can agree or disagree, and that's totally fine. But we've got our own picks to do this week. Then we've got a fun little game to finish it out.
Yep.
All right, picks. Last
All right.
week as a podcast, we went 9-6,
Personally, I got 11 of them. So, I mean, I'm just saying.
and that's why in our league you are now tied for 8th.
Let's go! I'm above my dad!
Yeah,
I actually have a firm
I'm
lead
a-
above my dad now, too.
Yeah, I
Noah,
was
you're tied for
11-4.
17th.
Yay,
Oh,
let's go. I'm
No,
not.
you're tied for 17th. I am tied for 34th.
Yay.
And the podcast is sitting at tied for 20th. So I'm behind the podcast still.
Come on, you got to pass the podcast. You got this.
And there's a fun in that. I like picking wild.
Oh, I love picking wild, too. Listen, like, all the stats in the world are no match for dumb luck.
Yeah, really.
Mhm.
I mean, hey, I'm picking against the
Absolutely.
Panthers, and it seems to be working. My pickups go to hell, you know?
All right, so let's start with the Thursday night matchup. Buffalo Bills traveling to Houston to play the Texans. Texans, do they have CJ Stroud yet?
He's going to miss this game.
Okay, so
still
he's
out.
for sure out. Then I am 1,000% taking the Bills.
I also have
Like,
the Bills.
easily. Bills.
I think
Bills.
he'll probably be back for the next game after this.
And the thing is, if they come out of this game at 5-6, right? If they come out of this 5-6, it's still a good idea to bring CJ Stroud back, and maybe they can pull off a good 5 wins out of their last few games to end 10-7 and have a shot at a wild card, right?
I'll just say this: the Texans have won the last 3 out of 4 games. Like, they are hot right now. Mm-hmm. And these last 2 games, Davis Mills was the quarterback and to get the win. Yeah, sure, they barely beat the Titans last game, 16-13.
Divisional matchup,
And yeah, they scored 26 points in the fourth quarter to beat the Jaguars 2 weeks ago.
That was awesome.
Is it complete team wins? Not particularly.
I mean, their defense has always been good, but I just don't see them outperforming the Bills here.
No.
It could be a close game. I'm going Texans just for the fun of it.
Ooh. We still overrule you though, so Bills it is.
This is why I'm tied for 34.
We have our spicy pick on the first game.
If it's
I'm
any
tied for 34.
consolation, I am not playing Josh Allen in my fantasy this week because I know the Texans have a tough defense and I expect this to be an ugly game. I'm
Fair
playing
enough.
Jared Goff against the Giants instead.
Probably a little better.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Then we've got, I think, a really interesting game at the beginning of the Sunday matchups. The Pittsburgh Steelers heading into Chicago to take on the Bears.
So, I don't think Aaron Rodgers is going to play in this game.
Why not?
He has a fractured
fractured wrist.
Man, that's rough. So is it Mason Rudolph all the way?
You seem oddly happy about this.
I was like, the thing is, I was hoping Aaron Rodgers would play because I was going to be like, Aaron Rodgers against the Bears, he don't lose to the Bears. It don't matter what team he's on. So I'm actually kind of disappointed if he's not playing. Do we know that for a fact 100% though?
We found out today that he doesn't need surgery to fix it, which is good. His status is TBD though. So as of recording, we don't know if he's going to play or not.
I would just honestly count on Mason Rudolph starting. I picked the Bears for this one personally. I don't think even with Mason Rudolph starting, I don't think the Steelers even got it. Like even if Aaron Rodgers started, I don't think they would have gotten it.
Oh, I mean, Aaron Rodgers doesn't lose to the
offense
Bears.
is just like the
Bears
offense
is like it's
really
hit
good.
and miss. It's hit
and miss. When they hit, it's like extraordinary. When they miss, it's awful. You know.
It reminds me of that game they played against the Lions where they put up 28 points but still lost because the Lions put up 40 something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I had the Bears for this one.
If Aaron Rodgers plays, I think the Steelers win handily. If Aaron Rodgers doesn't play, I think it's a grudge match. But I still think the Steelers win. But
I mean, with the last
I have to
couple
pick
Bears
against the
games,
Bears, okay?
Yeah, the last couple Bears games, it's been come from behind,
Mm-hmm.
and they're all one-score games. I mean, the big downfall of the Chiefs that we're seeing is that last season they were 11-0 in one-score games, and now this season they're 0-5.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can only get so lucky so many times, and that might also apply to the Bears.
True.
I'm going to pick the Steelers.
We're choosing the Steelers. Let's go.
Yeah.
Honestly, we can just chalk it up to me being a resident Ravens fan. I have to pick against the Steelers every time.
That's totally valid.
Anyway,
I mean, the
That's
Bears
fine.
are favored. They're at home. They have the high
Yep.
percentage picked. It's understandable, but I hate the Bears. So,
totally.
all right. Then we've got the New England Patriots heading to Cincinnati to take on the Jamar Chaseless Bengals.
Yeah, no Jamar Chase. If that suspension holds up, Patriots.
Patriots are the best team in the league right now. Yeah, Patriots it is.
They're
All
on
right.
an 8-game win streak, and it's been convincing 8 games mostly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
All right, then we've got the New York Giants going into Detroit to take on the Lions. Lions are heavily favored, 98% picked.
I imagine it's still going to be Jameis Winston starting. Still, I'm gonna pick the Lions.
I'm picking the Lions too. Between
I
the
also
Lions,
picked the Lions.
huge.
Yep.
That one was pretty easy. We'll take that. All right, then we've got America's Game of the Week. It's not, but we got the Minnesota Vikings heading into Lambeau to take on the Green Bay Packers. The Packers seem pretty heavily favored, though I expect this to be a little closer because every single one of the Packers games this year has been close. I think they've only won 2 games by 2 scores. Otherwise, everything else, their wins and losses, even the tie, have all been within 1 score.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the Vikings have lost 4 of the last 5 games, and the only win came against the division rival Lions. So,
which that was kind of surprising, right? If they can go into Detroit and win, then there's no reason they can't also go into Lambeau and win. But when they can't beat the Lions at home or the Bears at home, like that's worrisome, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's a really weird season for the Minnesota Vikings. I just hope that we're catching them at a good time where they're not playing well and they continue to not play well. I don't want this to be their bounce back game. The Packers give too many teams a bounce back game, you know? I mean, look at the Panthers.
Yeah.
At least the Packers, one of their losses came to a winning team, okay? At least we can take solace in that.
There you go.
What was the other loss?
There
They
you go.
lost to the Browns. They lost to the Panthers. They lost to the Eagles. The Eagles also. Okay, so 2 of their 3 losses came from winning teams, so that's not that bad.
I think it'll probably be a close game. You know, we got to see if the Packers can continue with this little resurgence in the offense. You know,
if Jaden Reed comes back, did you see? You know. But if he doesn't, I still think I take the Packers just because they have all of the pieces there. And I say this every week. They just need to execute. And every week they don't execute. And it's just how much are they able to execute with what they have? Do they limit the mistakes or do they make a lot of mistakes? And if they limit the mistakes and only make a few mistakes, they win the football game. If they make a lot of mistakes, they don't win the football game. And then they lose to like lesser opponents. Like the Browns. I wasn't going to say any other team. The Browns. That's the one losing team.
No one in particular.
Listen, the other 2 teams they lost to have winning records. I can't say anything about it, all right? That's just the facts, okay? The Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers have the same amount of wins, so...
They sure do, don't they?
They sure do.
They sure do. They sure do.
I'm taking the Green Bay Packers.
I'm going to pick the Packers. Your homer pick.
Packers.
Of course, Packers.
I will also pick the Packers.
Let's go.
Packers.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's a one-score grunge match.
It very well could be. Final field goal, McManus limping out to the field. All right, anyway, next game up, Seattle Seahawks go to Tennessee, take on the Titans. Is anyone choosing anything but the Seahawks?
No. I can't. I don't even have some. I can't even hype up the Titans. Not right now. I mean, I guess I could say they kept the Texans close with with
Yeah, they
Davis
did.
Mills.
Mm-hmm.
With Davis Mills at quarterback, I think Sam Darnold's a better quarterback than Davis Mills.
Jackson
I think
Smith
Sam
is getting
Darnold's
200 yards receiving. It's happening.
Yeah, I think Sam Darnold will probably bounce back from
Easily.
this
I
last
believe.
game.
And their defense
And,
is good.
I'll pick
Seattle's a good
I'll pick the
defense.
Seahawks.
Mm-hmm. Okay, but
This
actually,
next game though,
this next game might actually be America's Game of the Week, where the Indianapolis Colts go into Arrowhead to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. This very well could be, I hope not, but this could be a preview for a playoff matchup.
I hope
could
not.
be.
I hope not. I hope the
don't make
Chiefs
it.
don't even make it.
Either.
Like, that's my hope. My hope and pray is that the Chiefs don't make it. But it's a 50-50 pick. It's pretty
50-50.
closely favored.
People are still people fear the Chiefs. Be like, yeah, it's
The Chiefs at home are scary. Like, yeah,
It's Patrick Mahomes, right?
And they are still the healthiest team right now.
Yep.
But
Even though they just lost to the Broncos.
even though we're the three sad fans of the Packers, Panthers, and Ravens, our fourth team is the Indianapolis Colts. So I gotta go Colts, baby.
Colts.
Colts 3-0 on the Colts. Let's go.
Colts, let's go. Yeah, I picked the Colts. And not because of my ethical thing about picking against the Chiefs. I really think the Colts can pull this one off. Just like
Jonathan
I thought
Taylor,
last week,
4 touchdowns. I'm calling it.
just like
4
I thought last week the
touchdowns.
Broncos could do it. They did it, and I was right. This is the
I will say-
same vibe pick.
I will say, just looking at the season stat leaders right now, both Daniel Jones and Patrick Mahomes have 2,600 passing yards, which is very, really cool. But the big difference is rushing. The Chiefs' top rusher is Kareem Hunt with 353.
And they only use
Jonathan
him for
Taylor-
goal line, you know?
Yeah. Jonathan Taylor has 1,139.
That's incredible.
He has 1,100 yards in 10 games.
He might break 2,000
That's
this year.
wild. That is crazy.
Anything. Jonathan Taylor, 4 touchdowns. You heard it here.
Yeah,
I believe it.
We're picking the Colts.
Picking the Colts. All right.
Picking the Colts.
Then we've got the New York Jets going into Baltimore to take on the Ravens. Is anyone choosing anything but the Ravens?
Look at that money line, though.
The most
that's-
favored of
Good
the
Lord.
week. In order to make $100 on this bet, you have to bet $1,400. That's
Yep.
how favored they are.
It's more than the Seahawks at the Titans too. That's wild.
Tyrod
yeah.
Taylor
Justin
starting. Yeah.
Justin Fields bench. Tyrod Taylor's in.
And I don't think he's too much better. I don't think the problem with the Jets
not.
was Justin Fields.
He
He only has had
not.
one turnover the entire year. He's kept the ball safe. Like he might stumble and fumble here and there. Don't get me wrong, but he's done the best he can in the position he's in. How often do we see a Jets quarterback fumble around and play poorly and they get traded to another team and play great? It's just the Jets organization that mismanages their quarterbacks and sets them up for failures. And I'll say this, even minus Aaron Rodgers, who did actually okay, out of the past 10 years of Jets quarterbacks, Justin Fields has looked the best. He's doing better than Sam Darnold did. He's doing better than, I don't even remember the rest of them. They were that bad.
Zach Wilson,
He's doing way better than Zach Wilson.
Mike White.
Yep, I was thinking Mike White. Yep.
He has the best stats, better than all of them. But anyway, I still take the Ravens.
I picked the Ravens.
Yeah, he only has 1,200 yards through the air though. For 11 games, you feel like you'd have a little more. Lamar Jackson has more yards
And
than
played
Justin
less
Fields,
games,
and Jackson missed several games.
I blame the Jets' play calling and their inability to actually pick apart defenses. I know that Justin Fields himself is terrible at reading defenses, and I'm not here to be a Justin Fields apologist, but I do feel like the Jets are failing him because he wasn't that bad on the Bears, and he actually played pretty darn well on the Steelers.
Yep.
Yes.
Anyway,
Ravens.
next game.
Ravens get the fifth and a win.
The Battle of Mid. We've got the Cleveland Browns.
Mid. So what? 2-8 is mid.
It's the Punt Bowl, all right?
It's the Tank Bowl. How about that?
Punt Bowl.
It's
Punt
a tank
Bowl. Punt Bowl.
We punt. We punt. We punt again.
punt.
And we're the Cleveland Browns. I picked the Raiders.
I picked the Raiders as well. Shadeur Sanders, I'm pretty sure Shadur's starting, right?
He might be.
Gabriel isn't cleared from protocol, Shedeur Sanders will be starting.
Yep.
This is gonna
And
be
right
like
now,
this might end in a 0-0 tie. I'm not lying.
No, if that happens, I'd be so happy about that. Actually,
If there's
I
any
would
points,
want
it's
that.
defensive points.
Mhm.
Shadeur's gonna throw a pick six, or Myles Garrett's gonna get a strip sack. You know.
I will say, I don't know what Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly, the Raiders head coach and OC respectively, are drawing up for the play calling, but to have Geno Smith throw the ball 42 times and only give your running backs 8 designed carries,
Which
that's not good.
No.
I watched the game, by the way. I know why they did that. To the Dallas Cowboys, who are, ranked 31st in run defense, every time they tried to run the ball, Ashton Genty was hit 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Every time. That O-line was not built for run blocking, not even close. The only time Ashton Genty got yards was on a swing-out pass. He has more receiving yards than rush yards over the past, 3 games.
The top rusher was Geno Smith for the Raiders.
They had
At
the ball
14.
on the 1 yard line after a terrific punt by the Dallas Cowboys, and they tried to run it out of the end zone. In which case, they got safety because Ashton Genty got hit by 4 Cowboys before he can make it out of the end zone. 4.
That's crazy.
That 4 guys missed their blocks. Not 1, not 2, 4. That is terrible. I still take the Raiders, though. It's going to end in a 0-0 tie, but I'm still taking the Raiders.
The Raiders... Begrudgingly, we take the Raiders.
Begrudgingly, somebody has to win.
Yeah.
That's not
Unfortunately.
true. All right.
It's
Then we've got the
Raiders
Jacksonville Jaguars going into Arizona to take on the Cardinals.
It's Jaguars. You can't. We just talked about it. We don't know who's going to show up.
Yep.
That's
both
why
of these teams
I
have
picked
been
the Cardinals personally.
Both of these teams have been unpredictable in terms of which team's going to show up, especially the Cardinals.
Arizona has weirdly been predictable because they almost always score somewhere around 17 to 24 points every single game. They just lose because they give up more than that. Jacksonville is truly unpredictable because they are weirdly all over the board with that. But if the Arizona Cardinals can actually hold the Jacksonville Jaguars to less than 20 points, they can win this football game. Jacoby Brissett is pretty consistent, and Jacksonville is not. So even though they are not favored, they are at home, and I'm taking the Arizona Cardinals.
Side note, Brissett just set the NFL record for most completions in a game in the last game against the Niners.
47, right?
47 completions.
2 more than the prior 45, which 2 quarterbacks hold.
I mean, they had to sacrifice the run game because the top rusher for the Cardinals only had 24 yards. So
when you go behind early, you end up passing. I mean, that's what usually happens with the Panthers. That's why do you think Bryce Young had 480 yards?
448. Brissett actually outthrew Young by 4 yards this past week.
Wow, but yeah,
but no one's talking about it because his team got smacked.
Yep.
So, Noah, who do you have for this game?
My wild pick is the Cardinals. I would love to hear what you guys think.
I honestly think. Let me just double check. The Jaguars won last week, right?
They did. They won 35-6 over the Chargers.
35-6.
Oh, that's right.
They were at home. And now they're going to Arizona. So they were on the East Coast, now they're going to the West Coast.
They're crossing the country just to play the
football.
Just to play football, yes.
Yep.
I'll be honest, just based off of the way that the Jaguars have been, I picked them over the Cardinals. I picked the Jaguars.
They have the winning record. They're 86% picked in their favor.
They have the winning record, and they've been... Surprisingly, even though they're probably not in playoff contention, they've been a little bit of a dark horse. Only a little bit.
are leading their division right now. They are right now in
Okay,
playoff contention.
then they're in playoff contention. They're a little bit of a dark horse
The
right
Jaguars are not leading the division. The Colts are. But
You're right. They are. Sorry.
They are the 7th seed in the AFC right now.
That's true.
now. Okay.
They are fighting with the Houston Texans, who are 1 game behind them. So, my mistake.
And they hold and if the Jaguars finish with the same record as the Chiefs, the Jaguars get in because they beat the Chiefs earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, yeah.
I think I would like to see that.
On paper, the Jaguars are a better team. They should win this game. Are they going to? Who knows? It's a coin flip. I'll pick the Jaguars.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
All right, Jaguars are selected.
Who knows?
Who knows? All right, then we've got what will most definitely be played on every Fox station across the nation, the Philadelphia Eagles going into Dallas to take on the Cowboys. Does anyone have anything but the Eagles? I hate to say that I'm cheering for the Cowboys, but I'm cheering for the Cowboys, but I'm picking the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm picking the Eagles too.
It's tough. I want to... I see the offensive struggle with the Eagles, but the defense is also pretty good.
Their defense has been phenomenal lately.
Yeah, I know. You know what? Give me Cowboys. I'll pick the Cowboys. I'll pick the upset. I'm tied for 34 for whatever I said. I don't care about my pickups anymore.
It's all right. We got the Eagles on the 3SadFans podcast. You got to make up ground on the podcast somewhere, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Then we've got the Atlanta Falcons going to New Orleans to... Huh?
You got the other tank bowl.
The other tank bowl. The Falcons going into New Orleans to take on the Saints. 3-7 versus 2-8. The Saints are favored. I guess it is Kirk Cousins,
is it only
right?
because Michael Penix Jr. is out?
I believe so.
And isn't
Drake
yeah.
London is also out. The Falcons' top receiver is out for this game.
So the Falcons are running it 80 times with Bijan Robinson.
Perhaps. I mean, if the Saints can come out and stop the run like they did against the Panthers, they might have a good shot at winning this. So I'm going to pick the Saints.
You picking the Saints with Tyler Shuck?
Tyler Shuck.
Noah, who you picking?
Up until I realized that their top receiver was going to be out, I had the Falcons, but I think I've been convinced I'm picking the Saints.
You've convinced me as well. I got to go change my personal pick to the Saints now. You're so right. Why was I so foolish to think that the Falcons could win?
An interesting stat, that I saw during the game is that a Fox showed that 60% of the Falcons' offensive yards came from 2 players, Bijan Robinson and Drake London.
Yep.
And you're taking one of them out.
Mm-hmm. Crazy. All right, then we've got the Sunday night matchup, which I think will be a pretty good one. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers going to Los Angeles to take on the Rams.
Is what's his face on the Buccaneers back? Not Brock Purdy, but the other guy.
Bucky Irving?
Bucky Irving, yes. Is he back?
I don't know. He's been week to week for the past 7 weeks.
It says he's questionable.
Which is the most we've had, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It used to just say he's out. Now he's questionable. I still think the Rams take it. This is in LA. And the Rams are like a top 3 team. But they'll make it interesting. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if the Buccaneers won, is what I'm saying.
The Bucs make it interesting. Baker Mayfield makes these games interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So,
they probably put like 38 points up again, just like they did against the other guys, the Bills.
Yeah.
But I still take the Rams. Thoughts?
I think the Rams have a very good defense. I think that'll slow the Bucs down enough. Matthew Stafford is it slowly making his way into MVP conversation.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
He should. He's leading in receiving, isn't he? Passing
he's
yards.
got 2,500 passing yards. He's got 27 touchdowns to 2 interceptions. He's got 27 touchdowns in his 17th season.
That's crazy.
I put the Rams.
I'm going to pick the Rams.
All right, Rams it is. All right, then we've got America's Game of the Week on Monday night, where the Carolina Panthers head into San Francisco to take on the San Francisco 49ers. 2 winning football teams clashing it out on Monday night. We thought this might have
Who
been a
would've
snooze
thunk?
fest.
Who would have thunk?
Yeah,
Right?
we did.
And if the Panthers win and the Bucks lose, the Panthers claim control of the NFC South.
Yeah, that's wild.
Hmm.
And I'll be coping really hard.
Am I crazy for choosing the Panthers then?
Yes.
Well, call me crazy. I'm choosing the Panthers. All right, they're gritty this year. They showed that if Rico Dowdle isn't getting the yards on the ground, then Bryce Young can sling it through the air, and when faced with adversity, they can win football games.
And who gets one game against the Falcons? Let's see him do it again, right?
I will see him do it again on Monday night against the San Francisco 49ers.
This is the first primetime game for the Panthers in 2 years.
That's a long time.
Because they didn't have any last year. Mm-hmm. And this is the only primetime game for the Panthers this year.
Yep.
Last time they played, it was Monday night against the Saints, and they did not look good. I'm sticking with what's worked, and I'm going to pick against the Panthers because that's how they win. So I'm picking the Niners.
All right, Noah, it comes down to you. Carolina Panthers,
right.
San Francisco 49ers. Do keep in mind, San Francisco
Brock Purdy's
basically.
back.
Yeah, Brock Purdy's back. Christian
Brock
McCaffrey's
Purdy's back.
healthy.
Christian McCaffrey.
George
against his
Kittle
former
is
team.
back.
Side note before you the Panthers' remaining games are crazy. You've got Christian McCaffrey in one of the games. You got Sam Darnold against the Seahawks, and then you got Baker Mayfield twice.
Yep.
All former Panthers. Oops.
Who you got, Noah?
I got the Panthers.
Let's go! We're picking the Panthers!
I got the Panthers for this one.
I'm tied 34th.
Yep. Ties. I have for my tie 35 points.
I put 34.
There you go.
Close enough. All right, those are our picks. If you want to win some games, don't pick the ones that we did, except for the Colts. They're definitely
don't
winning.
listen to me.
Yeah.
Don't listen to me. Listen to Aaron.
Don't listen to me. I chose the Panthers.
You are tied for 8th in our league.
And I chose the Panthers. Gosh dang it!
I told you not to.
I gotta go. I gotta go change my Saints pick though. If it turns out that they lose, I'm gonna feel really silly. But like, I'm changing my Saints pick.
Well,
Yes.
You're listening to me, the guy who's tied 34th.
Yeah, but you got like a good point. You made one good point. Listen, a broken clock is right
my
twice
points
a day.
aren't good.
Yep.
What has that got me? Almost dead last in our league.
All right, where am I with this? Saints. All right, we got all that wrapped up. So we have one more little fun game. Shouldn't take too long, but it's our little awards show for our 2/3 season points.
Yes. Welcome to the FATSFJPMAS.
The Fats McGee.
The first annual Three Sad Fans Just Past Mid-Season Award Show. Yay!
Hey, let's go!
Do I have something on the sound? Hold on. Is there like a cheer? Is there? Nope. I don't have a cheer. That's crazy. Yeah, let's go!
Yeah, let's go!
Close enough. All right.
So, I brought this to the table, and I've invited us to each come up with 2 to 3 personal awards because it's going to be more fun if we came up with our own silly awards to give out instead of like determine who's been the MVP so far, who's been Defensive Player of the Year. No, I mean I'm talking about who could have seen this coming. Award that goes to Daniel Jones and the Colts. No one could have saw that coming.
Who would have saw that coming?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I've
definitely not us week 2.
Yeah.
Nope.
I've invited us and the guys to come up with 2 to 3 awards, and we'll go from there. I'll start.
Okay. Let's hear it.
The Te Quiero Mucho Award goes to Rico Dowdle.
Shout out Rico Dowdle. He's on my fantasy.
Yay.
What's your first award?
Sorry, was that just the? Are we going like in a loop, or we each do one?
Oh, I'm just inviting you to go.
Okay,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah,
All right.
Go ahead.
I'll do a very obvious one, get it out of the way, then I'll get the more kooky ones out later. But my obvious one is that I have the Olympic medals for the Overachieving Team of the Year awards. All right. So the gold medal goes to what we all expected to, the Indianapolis Colts. Overachieving greatly. These aren't just good teams. They are teams that sucked and now are amazing somehow. All right. Mm-hmm. The silver goes to the Carolina Panthers, who have a winning record and are one game away from taking the NFC South right now. So that's the silver. And then the bronze goes to the New England Patriots, who were terrible and suddenly good again. And
they got a schedule gifted to them from the gods.
They sure did. Yep. I did take that into account. That's why they're in bronze, but bronze nonetheless because they did have a turnaround season and are number one in the league right now. So shout out the Patriots.
Yay, Patriots.
Nice.
Very nice.
Noah, let's hear your first award.
I have an award that goes to two teams, actually. It's called the Traffic Cone Defense Award.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
The first recipient of this award is the New York Jets. Let's go Jets.
Let's go Jets.
They trade everything away and the defense becomes a traffic cone. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. The second recipient of the award is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Let's
because
go.
What kind of defense do they have?
I don't think they have much of one.
Not really.
They don't have
Max
much of
Crosby,
one.
and then that's about it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
a good award.
That's a good award. I've got another award. Mm-hmm. It's the They Must Be Clairvoyant Award. Because they've got psychic powers, right? They know when to make the move, and the award goes to the Seattle Seahawks for somehow knowing when to move on from Geno Smith.
Wow, I mean that's a good call, and to pick up Sam Darnold.
Yeah, and it also doubles down because they also moved on from Russell Wilson at the right time as well. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait in like a year or two when they move on from Sam Darnold.
And didn't they get rid of, what was the receiver they got rid of?
DK Metcalf.
Yeah, there you go. They knew.
Yeah, Jackson Smith-Njigba and number words. That came out wrong. Jackson Smith and Jigba, it's now his team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good. Aaron, you got another award?
I do have another award. This is for the biggest QB turnover award, right? Now, to keep in mind, this is not the QB that has turned over the ball the most, nor is it a QB who has made the biggest turnaround. This is the team that has had the biggest turnover in QBs. And that goes to the Cleveland Browns, who started the year with too many quarterbacks and might lose the only one they have left after he gets sacked 9 times next week.
They had 6 in preseason.
Yep.
Shout out the Cleveland Browns.
They had so many quarterbacks in the
biggest QB turnover in the league.
Crazy.
They're cutting them. They're trading them. They're getting hurt.
That's so funny.
That is wild. All right, I have another award to give out. It's not technically an award. It's more like a gift.
Yeah,
it's a gift to a head coach. It's a golden clipboard. Basically,
the Golden Clipboard Award.
It's the head coach who yells at the referees the most, because they seem very privileged about wanting to make sure that their calls are. And for this week, I'm giving it to Mike McDaniel. Did you see his reaction at the last game?
Oh yeah, he was screaming.
Yeah, he was yelling. He was upset. So Mike McDaniel gets the golden.
It takes
and
so
he can
much
use
to
it
get
for
Mike
his play calls.
Angry.
Yeah, it takes a lot because otherwise he's just sitting there just like
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
when you see him like you really see that, you really see that out of Mike McDaniel,
That's a good award. I like that award.
Yeah.
I've got one more award.
I also have one more, so that'll be a good finishing up.
Mm-hmm.
This award, the most prestigious award I can give, It's the "it gets funnier every time I see it" award.
Mm-hmm.
And we're the Cleveland Browns.
No, it's not that.
Is it a
But
visual
it
aid?
it requires context. And throughout the season, the Panthers and Chiefs have had similar records. Time the Tiger Woods and John Daly meme gets updated, it gets funnier every
It does,
time.
bro. It literally does every time. 2 and 3 to 5 and 4 to now 6 and 5 over 5 and 5. Actually, this one's swapped, right?
This one's reversed.
I had the right one earlier, though, right? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize that. It should. Yeah, find that one and put that up.
Let me scroll. There it is. Found the right one. There it is. I got the right one this time. Let's go.
I can't believe I didn't poof that. It gets funnier every time when it's right.
Yes.
It's so true. All right.
Side note. While I was researching, I happened to find this image, which I thought was also really funny. The Bob's Burgers one.
Where is it? I'm not seeing it.
Wait. Put it in. It's loading. There it is. There it goes.
There it is.
Wait, that one is so good. I love that. The 3-3-3. I love that so much. All right.
It's so good. It's so
and
good.
then our final award, I like to deem as the Big Dick Nick Award. All right, and this award goes to the best player named Nick in the NFL this year. And that award goes to Nick Cross, the safety of the Indianapolis Colts, with his 69 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 3 passes defended, and I believe he even has an interception. Big Dick Nick of the Indianapolis Colts.
Get the hat, Noah.
Get the hat. Let's go.
Even though I think everyone in Baltimore would burn you at the stake for wearing that, but yeah, go Colts.
Yeah. This is a Baltimore Colts hat, so but it counts. It's for the Colts.
I didn't even know who Nick Cross was until I decided to make this award. So shout out Nick Cross for being a phenomenal part of the winning football team that they have over there in Indianapolis.
Hey, look, Noah actually put hair coming out of his head, so he doesn't look
Hey,
bald.
he looks good. Oh,
Bald.
bald.
Aaron, you gotta get something Colts attire.
You're so right. I have so many jerseys. I just got to get like a Colts jersey and throw that on at some point. That would be awesome. One of these days, I'll show up in a jersey that isn't the Packers and that the Seahawks that one time. So
yeah. Well,
actually,
this is. Yeah,
I was going to say, the funny thing is that my dad keeps telling me to wear the Josh Jacobs Raiders jersey for every Packers game, and I did, and then Josh Jacobs got hurt.
Yep.
Whoops.
I mean, that's why.
Yep, that is. That's going back in the closet.
Yeah, you were channeling Raiders energy for a Packers game. Why would you ever want to do that?
You're right. Just do the outro. Just.
This has been the FATSFJPMAS. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
We'll see you next time for the SATSFJPMAS.
Next year,
The
right?
second annual.
Next year.
All right, thank you guys for watching. This has been 3 Sad Fans who actually aren't sad this week. It's an anomaly. It's crazy. Let's see if we can continue it. Maybe. You never know. It's all going to come down to the Panthers. You better win the football game. You hear me, Tom?
No.
Okay. Thank you guys for watching.
And remember.
Fantasy, let's go. Leave a like and subscribe. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye.